In the second normal form, we deal with the dependencies that we identified in the first normal form. We do that with a three-step process. Step 1, we eliminate any partial dependencies. Step 2, we're going to reassign dependent attributes into logical tables. And as we accomplish step 2, we're going to make sure that no attribute is dependent on only part of a primary key. So, at this part of the normalization process is where we begin to consider our table construction, our primary keys, and the attributes that will be identified by those primary keys. Again, our major goal in the second normal form is to eliminate the partial dependencies. The transitive dependencies we'll handle in the third normal form. Let's take a look at how we'll do that. Here's a chart that has eliminated the partial dependencies that we had established in the first normal form. As you can see, we have broken down our data into three tables: a project table, an employee table, and an assignment table. Now, it's very easy to see in the project table that the project number relates directly to the project name. And in the employee table, the employee number and the employee name directly relate to each other. However, we still have a transitive dependency when we look at job class and charge hours, and that we'll deal with in the third normal form. And finally, in our assignment table, we've combined a primary key, a foreign key, and an attribute that describes the number of hours assigned to an employee. Now, some of you may be thinking, wait, I can see right away that job class and charge hours can be broken out into another table, and I can eliminate that transitive dependency here and now. Good for you, that's great insight, but I recommend until you gain a little more experience in the normalization of databases that you go one step at a time. Now, I'd like you to think about the community project that your teams are working on. If I ask you to draw dependency charts for the tables that you've created, how would they look? Have you eliminated or identified all of your partial and transitive dependencies? Or have you been like the Harry High Schools and just jumped in and said, I don't need to think about this, I know exactly what I need? Let's hope you didn't do that. Next, we'll take a look at the third normal form.